Good evening, ladies. How are
Hey,
you?
how are you?
Good evening. Hey,
Evening.
So, guys, a little bit of a disappointment, but not a big one. Our guest will be with us tomorrow night. Everyone out there, if you got a message from me, we are having a special guest, but they will be here tomorrow. He will be here tomorrow night. So, please, we need for you to come back. And when you do come back, we need for you to share. We need for you to like. We need for you to leave a comment because it's going to be some awesome conversation with this gentleman. And also, remember, if you click the bell at the top of the page, you can get all our updated content every single week without even having to go on YouTube yourself. Okay. So ladies, let's get to it. We got a great
Let's
topic for
do
the
it.
night. So ladies, listen. So there's our gentleman, we won't name him, but we do a lot of follow up with some of his commentary.
we
So
follow him.
yeah, we do, and we kind of play off of some of the things he says and does. Some of them are really outlandish, but some are sensible. But so I'm going to find out what you ladies think about this. So he says that women do not need to wait for men to approach them. That men want to be desired as well. So Wendy, what do you think about that?
You should read the whole thing, Chris. Do you have it? Can you read
That's too
the
much.
whole thing?
That's too much to read.
Okay.
I can't read the
Okay.
whole thing. It's too much. I can read excerpts, but I'm not going to read the whole thing because
Okay.
he likes to write a lot. So here, I'll read this. I got a couple things underlined already.
Yeah.
Um, he says, why let a potentially good opportunity pass you by because society says women should wait to be approached? A lot of men like an assertive woman, a woman who knows what she wants. And I have a comeback for that, but I'll let you ladies go first. And then he says, alert, alert. Men like to be desired. Well, of course they do. Not all men have the confidence or charisma to approach someone they find attractive. Making the first move might give him the same boost of confidence we all crave. Besides, who doesn't like a little attention? That is true. So ladies, what do you think? What do you think? Do you think that men, well, okay, let's take it from a percentage. How many men do you think really want a woman to approach them, be assertive like that? Just throw out a number. What do you think?
10.
I'm sorry,
Hey,
guys. I'm just scratching my nose.
10. I said 10.
percent, I would say.
What'd you say, Wendy?
50%.
50. Okay, so I say about 30. I say about 30 because
30%.
yeah, well, in our age group, so I'm going to put this in our age group because I think that men in our age group are still, a lot of them are still old fashioned, have those old fashioned ways. So I'm going to say 30%. But I think because we are in a different time, that this time has also gotten into the mindsets of men. So a lot of them 50% might like, a woman approaching them. Who knows? Because we are in a different time. But I say
Yeah.
30. I say 30. Now
Okay.
let me ask you this. Do you think because when you say some people might say, well, that's a simp, that's a soft man. When you say, well, men like to be desired too. So what are your feelings on that, ladies? Someone did just
I
jump.
agree. I totally agree. I once went out with a guy and he told me what women like, men like. The same type of treatment, the same feelings, sensual or, just conversation. Men like it too.
Uh-huh.
But I'm the one that gave the lowest percentage. And I just feel like, especially with older men, men always said they can't stand to be rejected. Like they don't like to go to the club and ask a girl to dance and they
I
say
know,
no.
right? And she says no.
Right. They ask the next one and she say no. And after a while, they don't like that. So I'm thinking an older man has been down that road and he doesn't want that rejection
Yes,
either.
rock like this. I'm sorry, guys.
I mean that's kind of how I feel. Then I also feel like men always say women who are assertive, let's say that word, assertive, they're a little afraid of, like there was a word like they used to say that certain women looked a certain way, they were unapproachable, they didn't want to say anything if you looked a certain way, if you dressed a certain way. And I don't mean necessarily sexy or anything, if you were just confident, if you were a confident woman, a tall woman, okay, a woman that just, doesn't look like she's going to back down from anything. Oh, they want to back off from that. So I have a hard time thinking so many men would be um liking to be approached. I don't feel that way.
Ladies, and everyone out there, you just have to forgive me for a second, but when your hair is not right, you don't feel right. So I had to fluff it up a little bit. That's a little bit better. But Bonnie, Wendy, I'm gonna just jump in there real quick because Bonnie, what you said, I'm gonna respond to that because I had the same thought. This is what I wrote. Men like that assertiveness until you're in a real relationship with them. And then you know what that assertiveness becomes? You become aggressive.
Right, you're bossy.
You're an aggressive woman. You know what I'm saying? Suddenly you're aggressive, but you know, they love when you approach them and you pick them up and wherever you pick them up at. But now if you step out and you say something, especially if they think, oh, well, I'm the man, I need to be saying something first or whatever stupidity they come up with, because they can come up with some stupid stuff. And men out there, okay, don't get mad at me, but it's true. Women can come with some stupid stuff as well. But that's my take on that. They like the assertiveness.
When you say stupid stuff, do you mean lines or you mean a line?
Yeah, exactly. Or just the fact that you're okay if a woman approaches you, but if you're in a relationship with her, suddenly if she steps out and speaks up, she's the aggressive one. You know, that assertiveness flips to aggressiveness.
Okay, so here's my take on it. I don't know. I'm sure that you guys have probably tried this before.
Oh, okay.
You probably tried it before. Whether you know you have or not, I know I have. And it works. Okay, it works.
What's that?
Okay. I remember being at a club with a girlfriend of mine, and she told me a silly little story about, I mean, this was a long time ago, guys, but she told me a story about her saying that she lost the bat, you know, the little bat to your earring, the little, yeah. So she said that she approached a guy just by asking him if he had a pencil so that she could use the eraser. I laughed so hard when she told me the story, and then I tried
it. And it worked?
And it worked.
Meaning that the guy conversated with you and
yes, so it's just a small little thing. I mean, that's stupid. I wouldn't use that one, ladies. I wouldn't use that one.
Wait, say it again. So what, you pretend like you lost the back to your earring?
You say, excuse me, do you have a pencil? I mean, you can say anything. It doesn't matter what you say.
Okay.
That's kind of irrelevant, but that was really stupid. It worked. We dated. We exchanged numbers. We dated, and he was kind of a guy that I thought at the time was out of my league. You know what I mean?
Okay. So you just found a way to approach him, right?
Yes, and I think that's
with that, I'll go with that. When you were said, I'll go with that.
You gotta give him a green light.
Yes, instead of going up to a man and saying, "Hey, would you like to dance? It's my song. Would you like to dance?" You know,
I mean, that's what I would do. I just walk up to him and I say, "Hi, how are you this evening? My name is Chris. Are you enjoying yourself?"
That's fine. You open it, you start a conversation. That's fine.
Yeah. I'm just gonna walk up to him and okay. Well, first of all, let me back up. I still have some of my old-fashioned ways about me. I mean, I have to be so attracted to the individual for me to go, no, and see, you're shaking your head, but you can go up to a man that you're not overly attracted to. You might just have, you might just want to meet him, just because for some reason there's a good vibe or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm saying all that to say that I'm not sure how much I would step out of my comfort zone and approach a man. I'm not sure. I'm really not.
Well, in the commentary, he's saying if you were in a room, you had the opportunity to meet somebody that you were really attracted to. This is the scenario. Would you shoot your shot, or would you just not and never meet him and go on about your day? Because of the old-fashioned values and what. That's basically what he's saying.
Wait, listen. So listen to this. This is what he's saying too. At no time in history has women been afraid to speak their mind, especially when it came time to kick off in a man's behind. Some of you ladies' egos and pride are just as bad as a man's. Feminist women opening doors with their own two hands. Well, I don't. I stand there. Women make multiple decisions over the span of their lifetime, but when it comes to a man, some of you have difficulty remaining a wife. When you see a man you like, don't just peep and let him go. And I guess, to some degree, I'd like to know out there how many women, but I think that more women, in all honesty, Bonnie, I know you said 10%, and I think Wendy's probably it's probably closer in as far as the amount of women that will approach men. I
No,
think
you said men. How many men would be
how many women?
receptive?
No, no,
I
no,
thought you said how
no, no.
many men would be receptive to it, and I said 10%.
Well, okay, no, if that's what I said, that's not what I meant. What I meant was, excuse me, is how many women would approach a man, because that's what this is all about. Women approaching men. He's
Oh
saying,
yeah, then I go on the higher scale on
he's
that.
saying,
I'm
he's saying,
thinking men being receptive to women, introduce it. I mean, because I have tried that in many different ways, many different shapes and forms. And I be feeling like a man at the end of the night, that rejection thing, like
but
asking
I
if you
see, but see,
dance.
no,
Yeah.
but since you say that, Bonnie, I think that more men would be receptive to it. I do. I do. I think that more men would be receptive to a woman coming up to them and, approaching them, introducing themselves, just starting with some small talk or what have you. I think it put a smile on their face, in all honesty.
You really have to have courage with it, Bonnie. And it's all, I mean, just like they get rejected, you could be rejected, but it's like, don't really put that much into it. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
I like the idea of having a reason to stop them. Oh,
Okay.
do you know how to, I will say one guy that became a boyfriend of mine was, and I liked him. I had a big crush on him, and I didn't know how to do the WAP. Remember that dance, the
Oh
WAP?
yeah, I do.
I could not. Me and the WAP, we couldn't walk. Okay, and he could, and I would stand on the side of the the floor, and just watch him. I loved it, and I went up to him, and hey, you gotta teach me how to do that, right? And we did dance, and we had fun, and it became a relationship. But I like the idea better of having a reason
Yeah.
right, to meet the man, to confront him with anything. I don't like the reason of hey, I told you recently, remember I told you about the guy at work, and I said, you like older women? We were talking, and I told you his name was really unique, and we had this great conversation on the way I felt. Oh, this is good. And he was a man of a certain age, so it was great. And he acted like it was all of that in a bag of chips, but I never heard from him
I guess we
again.
have to get over, we have to be like a man and just get over it. If we get off, the bad thing about it is when you get your feelings hurt, especially being a woman, you want to leave. Wherever
Well,
you
I got to tell you, I probably had a little liquid courage that night. It didn't matter. I'm just.
Now, I know I want to go hide under a rock. you know, you thinking people seeing you walk up to this person and introduce yourself, and they gave you the cold shoulder, probably said, yes, my name is so and so, enjoy your evening, and walked away.
But you know what? I have to say, I've seen women like that I work with be very aggressive. Okay. I mean, like shamefully so. Okay. When I say shameful, she was engaged. Okay. She was engaged, but she was flirting, like making an advance toward a guy that I work with. Right. And I said, she was like a supervisor, like,
Uh-huh.
like a little bit. You know what she said to me?
What?
Closed mouth don't get fed, Miss Wendy.
All right. I agree with that.
She has a point
But
there.
she's engaged, Bonnie, and this guy works under her. Like at least make it a secret type of thing.
Exactly. I understand what you're saying. Hey, so listen to this. Let me read another little excerpt here. He says, walk up to his face, smile, look him in the eye, and say hello. His instincts will immediately take over, and you'll know pretty quick whether he wants to talk further or whether he's trying to be slick. If he says something sideways, then you better go on alert because he may be full of game and just wants to flirt. If he engages you with proper respect while remaining smooth, bingo, a potential companion, all because you made the first move.
He likes to rhyme. It's so Dr. Seuss like.
And that's why I said I think men would be receptive. I think that they would probably break out into a smile. Look at this woman. It has that much courage to come
Well,
up.
that better be one of the
Yeah.
questions. I'm gonna add that to my question list for our guests tomorrow. I'm gonna ask how would you feel if a woman approached you? Are you approachable? Because let's put it like
Well,
this:
no,
the
don't.
man has to be approachable. You know, every man is not approachable.
Well, no, every woman isn't approachable either.
I know, but we're speaking on a woman going to a man. I mean,
Right.
if you know, some men, they think they all this in a bag of chips, and everybody's.
Well, that's what he said. You know, you got to be on alert because he might just have game. Yeah. So Bonnie, so you can ask our guest a good way to frame that up is yes, ask him if he is approachable. Then, if a woman did approach you, how would you respond to her based on what
my notes
I read?
now.
What's that? I'm sorry.
Adding it to my notes now.
She's adding it to her notes. So ladies, overall, I think that we need to make a commitment. I don't care when it happens or when, whatever. Let's make it a commitment at some point in time to approach someone.
I mean, really, I mean, we're all on trying these dating sites out, right? And the guys, let me just speak for myself. The ones that are choosing me, I'm not attracted to. Let me just say it like that, okay?
Right.
So you got a better chance, this is what I agree with what he's saying here for the most part. You got a better chance of meeting someone and connecting with someone that you're attracted to if you shoot the shot, right?
Necessarily.
What?
If they shoot the shot, what's the difference? If you like them as well.
You're missing the point, Chris.
Oh, okay, well, let's say it again because
Okay, so we're on these dating sites, we're swiping right. These guys are asking, you know, they're reaching out to us. They like us.
Right.
Let me just say me. I don't like them. I'm not attracted to the ones who like me. You follow?
Right, yes.
So if I'm out and about, wherever, club, grocery store, dry cleaner, wherever, and I see somebody that I'm attracted to, if I shoot my shot, now they could be married, they could have a girlfriend relationship, you know,
Right.
It could be anything, right? But if I shoot my shot, I'm thinking I have a better chance. At least I'm attracted to them. Now they may not be attracted to me and so forth and so on, but at least I have a better chance than these guys who are reaching out to me that I'm not attracted to. And that's what he's saying. You choose. You should be choosing.
Gotcha.
Yeah, well, you should be. Well, for the most part, you should be choosing all the time. Even when they choose you, you still end up choosing them or not.
You're still missing it.
Oh, no, Wendy, I'm not missing it. I'm not missing. I'm just adding on to it. We choose regardless. We choose. Men choose us, but we still choose them. I'm just adding on to what you're saying.
Only if we're attracted to them, and I'm not to the ones that are choosing.
Of course, only if we're attracted to them. But I'm just saying, either way, we choose them still, even if they choose us.
We say no if we really don't want to be bothered. I mean, politely. We don't just say no like you're asking to dance. You know, you just slide on out.
Go off into the corner behind you and stand behind your girlfriend.
Excuse me, I have to go to the ladies' room.
Exactly. And stay in there for like 5 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, we'll dance. We'll dance even if we don't like them. You know, we're not super attracted. So
we do that all the time. Look, when we go to the clubs, first of all, we go there to dance, right? And we're not going to dance with ourselves, which we can, and we have, but we basically would like to have that male partner. So when you get a guy who wants to dance, you know,
He could
the only
be
time
too
I
short,
want
too tall, too fat, too whatever.
wait, no, the only time I don't want to dance with the guy is that one we were at that club with, and he was jumping up and down and spinning around and almost doing the split. I was just like, so
Wendy, were you there that night?
yes, she was with us. She was with us. It was us.
We said he was a bunny rabbit. He was happily hopping.
He was like,
Yes.
every time he came near me, I was like, no, thank you. Oh, I just got off the floor. Oh, I'm so tired. Oh, because I was like, I'm not
Yeah,
doing
some
that.
high energy dancers were at the club that night.
Yes,
High
yes,
energy.
a
Yeah.
lot.
And he was definitely high energy. So overall, ladies, in summing this all up, what do you think about approaching a man? What's your final thought on that?
My final thought is it's not easy to do, but I think we need to do it more, especially if we want to choose a higher quality of guy. You know what I'm saying? At least you're past the attractive part of it, if you're attractive.
Right.
You know? So
Your thoughts, Vonnie?
Depending on where. I don't know if I want to do it at a club. I may want to do it at a concert, intermission, a play, and something that's a little more upscale. And one, I can see that the man is by himself at this function, and then get into a conversation with him, and it's not to get on a dance floor.
And you know what? And if you get rejected, you can get lost in the crowd, because if you're at a concert,
right? Exactly. My feelings are not even hurt. Then it just, to me, it's just a calmer, easier place to try to have a discussion. And I still might say, "Listen, you got a pistol in your bag. My earring just broke." I like that.
Nobody.
Bonnie, I think Bonnie gonna use that. Nobody has erasers anymore, Bonnie. No.
Nobody has pencil.
So true, so true. Maybe I have to figure out something else that they might have, but it's still a conversation whether they have it or not.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. And you can even ask for something crazy, because hey.
Well, you know, drop something. Drop something in front of them, see if they pick it up.
Right.
Or either pretend to drop something.
Or drop it and go looking for it. Like, do you see? Wait, can you help me look for this? I got my contacts in.
So
yeah, I think that we're gonna have to do more, because how is it working not doing it? You know what I'm saying?
Right. How's that work?
And I agree. I don't think there's anything wrong with approaching a man. We have to have tough skin, just like men do. If you approach someone, and I think I think that we need to stop thinking that someone is out of our league. You know what? Everybody is in our league. If they're attracted to you or not, they're in your league. So if they're not attracted to you, better that they move on anyway. You don't want to end up in a conversation or a relationship with someone that really isn't for you, just because they might think they're getting something out of it. You know what I mean? If the vibe isn't good, it's not good. Like he said, he could just be have game. And if you recognize game, move on. So yeah, I think it's it's not a bad idea. If you truly see someone that you are interested in, that makes your eyebrows go up, why not walk over to them? Just get yourself together and walk over and introduce yourself. You never know. So ladies, I expect that to be happening. I know when
I'm ready.
Wendy said she's ready. I know Wendy said there's nobody on the dating site that you've been attracted to, Wendy.
I mean, so I feel like it's time to do something different.
Something different. No, I agree with you 100%. Yeah. Hey guys out there listening. So we've had fun tonight. This has been a great conversation. It's always fun when we're talking about things that interject into our lives something different. And that's a different interjection, walking up to someone and introducing yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. There really isn't. We're making fun and whatnot, but there really isn't. You just have to, take that band of confidence with you. And if it doesn't work out, turn on your heels and smile and walk away, So that's it. Listen, once again, please like, Vonnie,
subscribe,
Wendy,
share,
And leave a comment.
Comment and leave a comment.
Yeah, don't forget to click that bell because you will get all the updated content that we put out every single week. Hey guys, and listen, please come back tomorrow because we are going to have a special guest, a gentleman with us. It's going to be a great conversation and we don't want you to miss out on it, okay? We don't want you to miss out on it. So we will see you in a couple of days. Actually, we'll see you tomorrow. Wow.
Tomorrow.
It's a 2-for this week.
Right, exactly.
All right, ladies, any closing thoughts?
Make sure you get out and vote. I voted today.
Oh, good for you. Yes, I'm voting tomorrow.
Yes, and I plan on voting tomorrow as well. So everyone, like Wendy said, get out and vote. And ladies, hey, don't go anywhere. Let's hang around for a few minutes. But everybody out there, we will see you tomorrow. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.
Bye.